What is success? Everybody's after success. Everybody wants to be successful. And they usually have some vague, nebulous idea in their mind about what success is for them. And it's usually worldly success, having influence, having riches, having power, being somebody important. But this is all ego success, wanting to feel these things, or feeling these things and wanting them. It's all based on wanting. So what is success? I was reading something out of Stephen R. Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And he was talking about the late president of Egypt, Anwar Sadat, and how Sadat was imprisoned, and in his cell, in solitude, in silence, it came to him what success really is. And here's what he said. Real success is success with self. It is not with having things, but having mastery, having victory over the self. Now, what is this self that one has victory over? The ego thinking, the emotions that arise from ego, the wanting, the desire, the clinging, the aversion. These are the things the Buddha came out with many years ago. What causes suffering? Wanting, clinging to things, and aversion with things. In other words, non-acceptance with how things really are. Once we can really accept things how they are, it doesn't mean to say we've got to put up with them. It means this is how they are now. This is how they are at this moment. Accept that and then act from there. Now, another definition of success, and one I really think is the best one, was given by Earl Nightingale in a audio tape I listened to way back in the middle 1980s. And here it is. Success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile ideal. Success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile ideal. It's progressive. It's there all the time. You are feeling successful as you are working towards this ideal, which can never be reached, but you are expanding into it. You are growing as a person. You are shedding the ego self and allowing more of the real self to come through. Because we do have two parts to ourselves. This egoic self, the mind-made self-image, and the real self. This is where the battle comes in, between wanting something and knowing it's not good for you. If you give in to the wanting, and you know it's not good for you, the ego has won. If you don't give in to it, the real self has won. So there are two parts to everyone. A self-made, thought-up, imaginary image of what we are and how we think we are and how we really are. Success is the progressive realization of the worthwhile ideal of finding and discovering and revealing the real self, the higher self that lies within us all. That, I think, is the success that I aim for. That's the direction. That's the journey. And in it is the adventure.